Hello everybody, this is Manjunath, Physics faculty working in Cambridge Institute of Technology, Bangalore. I welcome you all to the online lecture. Today I am going to tell you about the Young's modulus experiment. We know that Young's modulus play an important role in determining the mechanical properties of any solid material. Young's modulus, you know that it is the definition of the ratio of stress to the strain, longitudinal stress to the longitudinal strain. So here the given material is steel and you need to calculate the Young's modulus of the steel by single cantilever method. Here I have taken a single cantilever where this is basically a steel bar. One end of the bar is fixed at the point and another end is a free end where the load is attached through a load hanger. Okay, I'll consider this as the dead load. Now I go on applying the load for this single cantilever. You know that when the load is applied, the bar goes down because of the applied load. And here is a screw. We can look at the screw and we can monitor the screw through the traveling microscope. Here is the traveling microscope and here is the eyepiece of the traveling microscope and here is the objective lens. Through this traveling microscope, one can see the tip of the screw and one can monitor the tip of the screw, how it is moving vertically. Either it is going down or going up. Here you have the scale which is called as main scale and you have the vernier scale. Main and the reading lens. You should carry the reading lens so that you can see the readings very clearly. You can see that we have zoomed in the tip of the screw which is attached to the single cantilever. I have focused here and you can see a plus mark wire. It is the horizontal line acts as a reference line. If the tip of the screw just touches the horizontal wire, then you can take that as the reference reading. So now I request the lab instructor Arun Kumar to rotate the tip of the screw. You can see that how the screw moves. You can see that the vertical, it is going down the other way. It's going up. You can see that one. So you have to adjust in such a way that the tip of the screw is just attaching, it is just touching the horizontal line. Now once it has been done, you can look at the reading. So here you have the scale. You have the scale called as main scale reading. You can see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. And between 1 centimeter, you can see 20 divisions. You can see 20 divisions, 10 bigger divisions and 10 smaller divisions. And the smallest division on the main scale will be now 1 by 20 of the centimeter, that is 0.05 centimeter. And apart from this main scale, we have a scale which is called vernier scale. In the vernier scale you have 50 divisions. You can see that 50 divisions, and one among the 50 line is exactly coinciding with one of the divisions of the main scale, and that will be the CVD. So then how to take the main scale reading, MSR or main scale reading? You can see that the first line of the vernier, you can see here the first line of the vernier. The first line of the vernier, now it has crossed 7, 7.5 and 7.6, 7.7 and 7.75. So where it is exactly lying, so that will be main scale reading. Even we can use the reading lens. I am using the reading lens here. you can see that a magnified image can be seen here, and with the help of that you can take the main scale reading. And as I have said earlier, one among the 50 divisions is exactly coinciding with one of the divisions of the main scale, that is called as CVD. Okay, so how to calculate the least count of the traveling microscope? Here, the least count of the traveling microscope is given by value of one main scale division and number of vernier scale division. Value of one main scale division, as I have told you already, it is 1 by 20 centimeter. It is nothing but 0.05 centimeter. That is, between 1 centimeter you have 20 division, therefore the value becomes 0.05 centimeter. Divided by number of vernier scale division. In vernier scale you have 50 divisions, therefore 0.05 by 50, it is equal to 0.001 centimeter, or 1000 part of the centimeter is the least count of the traveling microscope. Now, how to calculate the total reading? Total reading is equal to main scale reading plus vernier scale division, coinciding vernier scale division into least count. And how to calculate the Young's modulus of the given material? It is given by the formula Young's modulus Y is equal to 4GL cube divided by BD cube into 1 by slope. Okay, so 1 by slope, this slope we will get from the graph. I will explain you later how to draw the graph. Here in this formula, 4G is acceleration due to gravity, L is length of the single cantilever and it is in centimeters, B is breadth of the beam and D is thickness of the beam. Okay, so here how to start the experiment. First of all, what you have to do is you have using the eyepiece, you have to focus the tip of the screw such that you will see a very clear image of the tip of the screw, and you should make sure that the tip of the screw is touching the horizontal line which is present inside the eyepiece. And that particular reading has to be taken as the reading for the dead load. How to take the reading? The first line of the vernier where it is falling on the main scale. If at all, if it is falling after 7.5, then the main scale reading is 7.5. If it falls after 7.65, then the main scale reading will be 7.65. That means first line of the vernier is very important. First line of the vernier where it is standing on the main scale, so that is the main scale reading. After noting down the main scale reading, you have to take the vernier coinciding vernier division. You have 50 lines on the vernier scale. One among the 50 lines is exactly coinciding with one of the lines of the main scale. So that is called as CVD, coinciding vernier division. It may be 10 or it may be 11 or it may be 12 or it may be 15 or it may be 25 or 30. So that will be in between 0 and 50 only. So that is just a number, it doesn't have any unit. So that is the coinciding vernier division. So total reading, as I have shown you, the total reading is equal to main scale reading plus coinciding vernier scale division into least count. You will get the total reading. Now here, look at the tabular column. In this tabular column, how to take the readings? Here I have taken load M in terms of kg. For the dead load, main scale reading was 8.1 centimeter. That is for the dead load. And the coinciding vernier scale division was 20. And using the formula, total reading formula, we got the value 8.12 centimeter. Okay. So after the dead load, what we have to do is, we have to take one slot of the weight and we have to insert slowly. And each slot is just 20 gram. Okay. Once the weight is hanged to the single cantilever or a beam, again you have to adjust the microscope. You have to adjust the traveling microscope. When you have applied the load, the tip of the screw goes down. Once again, you adjust the tip of the screw such that it touches the horizontal line which is present inside the eyepiece of the traveling microscope. After adjusting, then once again you take the new main scale reading and new coinciding vernier division. And I have tabulated the reading here. That is for the 20 gram or 0.02 kg. MSR, the main scale reading was 8.05 and the coinciding vernier division is 10 and the total reading is 8.06. Then for 40 gram, you take the reading 60 gram, 80 gram and 100 gram. So these are the readings for load increasing. Now, once you have got the last reading for the 100 gram, what you have to take the same reading in this column also, in the load decreasing column. Note down 7.80 and the total reading is 7.8. Now, what you have to do is you have to remove these slots. You have started increasing the load. Now, we will be just removing the slots continuously. For 80 gram, again note down the reading once again. You remove one more slot, it will be remaining weight, it will be 60 gram and note down the reading. Remove one more slot, then the remaining weight is 40, 20 and 0. Then you got, for the same weight, you have got total 2 readings. Total reading 1 and total reading 2, S1 and S2. Take the average of these two, that is mean total reading S1 plus S2 whole divided by 2. Then you got these particular values 8.115, 8.055, 7.985, so on and so forth. Then you have to calculate what is the depression produced in the beam. This is the reference reading for the dead load. From this, you have to subtract the remaining readings. 8.055 minus 8.115. B, difference of A, you will get 0.06. Then from this, 8.115 minus 7.985. That is C, difference A, 0.13, so on and so forth. So here you have to take the difference. You have to take the difference of the two values. You will get the depression. And these depression are in centimeter, can be expressed in terms of meter. 0.06 centimeter or 0.06 into 10 power minus 2 meter. 0.13 centimeter or 0.13 into 10 power minus 2 meter. So this is the depression in meter. Now let us see how to draw the graph. You can see on x-axis, On x-axis I have taken the load 20 gram, 40 gram, 60 gram, 80 gram and 100 gram. That is the mass K in terms of kg or load in terms of kg. And along the y-axis I have taken the depression of the beam produced. So the depression of the beam produced, you have to take uniformly 0.1 centimeter, 0.2 centimeter, 0.3 centimeter, 0.4 centimeter. Then whatever the readings I got here, for example, I have got the reading 0.06 centimeter, 0.06 into 10 power minus 2 meter. I will locate here 0.06 here. And the second reading here, third reading, fourth reading, fifth reading. Then I'll try to join all these with the help of the scale and I'll get a straight line. The nature of the graph is a straight line. So once I got the straight line, you have to construct a triangle A, B, C. Better you choose the dark lines of the graph sheet. AB is drawn on one of the dark lines of the graph sheet. BC is also drawn on one of the lines of the graph sheet. It is not necessary that you have to draw the triangle or construct the triangle only from particular 2 points. No, for us line is important. Okay, once the triangle is constructed, you know the definition of the slope. Slope is nothing but AB by BC, that is tan theta, that is opposite by adjacent. So here the slope is AB by BC, okay, and 1 by slope is the reciprocal of that BC by AB, and substitute the value of BC and substitute the value of AB, then 1 by slope value you have got here around 32. Then how to do calculation? I have already shown you how to calculate the Young's modulus of the given material. Young's modulus Y is equal to 4g L cube by BD cube into 1 by slope. G is acceleration due to gravity, 9.8 meter per second square. L is length of the beam, that is 16 centimeter or 16 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter. B is breadth of the beam, that is 2.4 centimeter, which is equal to 2.4 into 10 power minus 2 meter. And D is thickness of the beam, that is 1.1 mm or 1.1 into 10 to the power of minus 3 meter. And 1 by slope we have got. So there I got 32. Let us take that is around 30. That is of different reading. The Young's modulus Y is equal to, you substitute all the values and substitute 1 by slope value, then you will get the Young's modulus of the given material, that is the steel, is 16.26 into 10 power 10 Newton per meter square. And this is the result. Young's modulus of the given material of the beam is 16.26 into 10 power 10 Newton per meter square. So this is how one can calculate the Young's modulus of the given material. But when you're carrying the experiment, when you're doing the experiment, one should be very careful that, see, some of the students, I tell you, they will keep the table lamp in this direction. No light will be falling on the scale. No light will be falling on the scale. But still, they struggle hard to take the reading. Make sure that the table lamp, the light is falling exactly on the scale, and use the reading lens. Use the reading lens so that you can get a very clear image of the readings. The Young's modulus is one of the important properties of the solid material. It is one of the important mechanical properties. Young's modulus is nothing but the ratio of longitudinal stress to the longitudinal strain. You know, stress is nothing but deforming force per unit area, and its unit is Newton per meter square. And you also know what is strain. Strain is nothing but the ratio of change in dimension to the original dimension. And strain is just a number because it is the ratio of change in dimension to the original dimension. So the units will cancel each other. As a result, it is just a number. Therefore, Young's modulus is given by stress divided by strain. And it will tell how stiff the material is. How stiff the material is. The knowledge of Young's modulus is very much important in constructing the buildings, in constructing the bridges, or any kind of civil engineering structures or mechanical engineering structures. So that is the experiment, Young's modulus by single cantilever method. I hope you have followed the experiment. Thank you, one and all.